I'll just go to manual save. I don't think it matters too much, to be honest. Justice Minister's daughter has been abducted. The kidnappers demand the execution of the death row prisoner Jowd to be carried out tonight. Lynn says the execution is a mistake, and I believe her, and so I'm paying the kidnappers' hideout a visit to see what I can find out about the abduction. We've been here before. What took you so long? This guy again? Your beauty instinct was right, my dear. They had that restaurant surrounded. It took me forever to shake them, and now my poor bike is ready for the scrap heap. Next time, maybe you should make a tricycle so you don't hurt yourself. Ouch, that hurts, beauty, but that's okay. That's what I love about you. I'm just trying to remember these guys' voices. Oh. Oh. That's a very similar looking contraption. Be a little more gentle for valuable hostage, please. Yes, yes, always keep a smile on a lady's face, right, my dear? See? That's it, beauty. Now there's a smile blooming out of your face too, my dear. Yes, a wry smile. I'm going out for a bit of fresh air. You're on guard duty. All right, I'll dream of you until you return. Why don't you open the trunk for our guest? I will, beauty. I was just taking a little breather. My bad. All right, little lady. Let me open that trunk for you. Oh, come on. Is he sleeping? Beauty. Looks like the Justice Minister's daughter really has been kidnapped, and something else is bothering me too. I don't think I've ever been to this room before, but something about it has given me a strange sense of deja vu. I've seen something like this before. Taking something precious to manipulate others, so that's what a kidnapping is. The dirty tricks those without the power of the dead come up with. However, if I take that precious thing back, the power vanishes, doesn't it? Yes, it does. He's sleeping. Now then, time to see how the Justice Minister's little girl is doing before this guy wakes up from his dreams of beauty. Oh, maybe I need to burn the lighter here. Whenever I process a door like this, for some reason I get the urge to send something flying with it. Those goose tricks are kind of addictive. Flame! Okay, in reality the whole place would just burn down. It wouldn't just stop, it would spread. Let's be honest here. Swing? But oh, I'm stuck. Spin faster? Oh. Okay. Well, I know what to do with this then. Rock. Okay, that does nothing. Maybe bring this down. Yep, he's sleeping. There we are. Darn. I can't reach my destination from here. That is interesting. Oh, so it doesn't stay up there? Okay. So we have to use this for something, I guess. Oh! What? Just my imagination. Just my imagination? That's all he has to say? What an amazingly simple fellow. This room, on the other hand, is starting to look amazingly festive. The question is, how can I use it to my disadvantage? I was going to say disadvantage. Oh, okay, I see. I think we have to light up this flame here, and then that catches fire, it goes there. We have to do something with that. Okay. Oh! Come on, this is the second time. Just my imagination. If he was any more laid back, he'd fall off the crate. But look at the streamer that's going spinning around. Now, how can I make use of that? I think I need to go all the way back and do something with the flame. Oh, I know what I'm doing now. So with the flying thing, that's going to catch on fire with the candle. And then it's going to go flying across the room. So we're going to try that. Oh! When the flame gets really big like this, for some reason I get the urge to burn something. So you're pyromaniac now. Unfortunately, everything's just out of the flame's reach. Oh, I need to spin it faster then. I forgot to do that. Oops. So you'll spin faster. Yeah, forget everything that... I haven't played this in quite a while, so everything needs to be really well timed. Oh, there we go, got it. Nice, that's what we needed. Then we go here. Then... Oh, okay. So this is one of those things you light with fire, isn't it? So as long as there's a light in the room, is something like this really necessary? But if something can be lit, it kind of makes me want to light it. I need another core to reach the trunk to open it. I wonder if I can create a new core. Maybe. But since I know what to do now, we're going to light this thing using this. So we'll watch here. This thing lifts up. Like that classic flame sound. Oh, and then that starts burning. Then that falls. And then we've got a path. And he really hasn't noticed the clock falling right next to him. There we go. And then we will open this. Oh! That is not the Justice Minister's daughter. What is going on here? The little lady is... Is this the lady really the daughter of the Justice Minister? I really don't think so, to be honest. I think they just kidnapped the wrong girl, to be honest. I think that's probably what happened. I mean, have you seen how simple they are, to be honest? Especially this guy. What's with the fun book and juice? Like I said, always keep a smile on the lady's face. I wanted to treat our guest well. How about treating me well? I'd like some bread and milk, please. Why does it have to be bread and milk? Why couldn't it be, I don't know, chocolate or something at least? Am I at your service, my dear? Be back in a flash. That sounds disgusting, the bread and milk. Hey, mister. Yes, cute little lady. More juice, perhaps? All you need to do is ask. Have I been kidnapped? I really like the tear in her eye there. Nice detail. What, of course not. Don't cry, little dear. There's nothing to be afraid of. The surroundings are miserable and filthy, I know, but we just ask for a little patience. Don't say these awful things about this house. This house is where I used to live. Ugh. What? I apologize, little lady. I'm the one who's miserable and filthy. Please forgive me. What's the meaning of this, beauty? Why here, at this old girl's house? Don't ask me. It was the other party in our deal that chose this location. I see. It's been empty for 5 years, and apparently nobody ever comes here. But never mind that. What about my bread and milk? Oh, of course. Now, you be a good girl while I'm gone. You'll be a good girl while I'm gone. I can't remember these voices. You just read your book and drink your juice. I want to go home. Not quite yet. I'm just going to go back to reading. This decapitated place was Camilla's old house. What's going on here? Can we... What? What? What is this? What in the world? Why does this little lady have a core of the dead? When I helped her out at the Lynn's apartment, she didn't have one. So that must mean she must have died sometime after that. Oh, somebody must have saved her. That also means somebody else must have saved her. I just said that. I better go ask what happened. Excuse me. Who's there? Who's in my head? Wait a minute. Is that you, Missile? Missile? I'm sorry, I'm not Missile. My name's Cecil. Cecil? My name is Camellia. Camellia, so it is her. I knew it. What happened to me? What is this place? I can hardly tell. The poor little thing is in the land of the dead. The land of the dead? Does that mean I'm dead? Darn, I forgot there are no secrets in the ghost world. You can relax, you're not dead. But this isn't the first time you've been here, apparently. Really? I don't remember. Wait a minute. Maybe I do sort of remember? Sort of? You do? Looks like she doesn't remember being saved very well, so there's some other dead person there with special powers. Anyway, I don't want to press her if she doesn't remember dying. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about something else? Sure, go ahead, Sissy. Sissy? Kidnapping. Lynn asked me to do something Lynn asked me to do something for her tonight. I know about that part. She asked you to go to the chicken kitchen on Dead End Drive, right? Yeah, but I never got there. I died on the way there, like everybody else seems to die while traveling. Especially Lynn. Now, I wish I could say I'm sorry to her. I never should have gone for that park. What park? Thames Park. It's a shortcut to Dead End Drive. Is that where the kidnappers grabbed you? Yeah, Lynn always said, I don't like that park. Scary things happen there. Thames Park, eh? What am I gonna do? Lynn's gonna be so mad. Is she? How come? Because I left it there. The music box in the park. That's right, the music box. Music box. The music box was hidden in the apartment. I finally found it with a little bit of luck and courage. Guess where it was? I don't know where. I'll pretend I don't know. You know, you don't have to humor me. Oops. So what happened to the music box? I hid it in the bushes at the park just before it happened. Just before? Oh, before you were kidnapped, eh? I didn't want the bad man to take it, so I hid it. I bet it's still there in the park. You did well. So the music box is in the park? I better let Lynn know. Is this your old house? Yep, this is where we lived until 5 years ago. But now I live with Lynn and Missile. Lynn is like a big sister to you, isn't she? Yep, she's a detective, you know. She's a hero. She is, huh? By the way, about your father. Is he the Justice Minister? My father is gone. Gone? Oh, maybe he passed away. No, that's not it. My dad. He's going to die. And it's all because of me. What do you mean, because of me? Why would you say that? It's called an execution. My dad is a detective. Oh, it's Jowd. Don't tell me your father is Detective Jowd. That's right. What in the world? 5 years ago, something really bad happened. I guess it was a scary dream, but it wasn't a dream. 5 years ago, that murder case. It was Mom's birthday that day. My mom and dad were working and I was home by myself. Then I had an idea. I was going to surprise my mom. I set up that contraption. I'm home, Camellia. Why is it so dark? Oh. So this is the house then. Oh. There's a gun. Oof. I've got goosebumps. Oh. Mom! What was that noise? Oh. I still couldn't believe it happened. It wasn't supposed to work like that. I know that contraption and I know how it was supposed to work. Party poppers and a cake, a birthday message. My dad told me not to tell anybody. Just leave it to me, he said. Oh. My dad wanted to be executed. He asked them for it. But I wanted to tell everybody it was my fault. My dad said I saw it. What I saw was a bad dream. He told me to forget it. This is so unbelievably tragic. Oh. I can't believe it. This little lady is Detective Jowd's daughter? I just can't tell her. Oh. Whoops. I can't tell her why she was kidnapped. Why I was kidnapped? I want to know. Oops. There are no secrets in the ghost world. Maybe we better stop talking. It's too dangerous. Sissy, you're not talking to me anymore? I think we better get you out of here first. We can talk more after that. Okay, but I'm going to rescue you now. Just hold on a little longer. Is that alright? Okay, but we'll talk later, alright? Don't forget, you promised, Sissy. Updated in the notebook. Where's the bread and milk? What took you so long? I traveled the entire town in search of the finest bread and milk for you, my dear, but it's late and all the shops are shut. We're leaving this place right now. What? But he's not here yet. If we couldn't meet at the restaurant, weren't we supposed to meet here? Nobody in this game is organized at all. Yes, and he's the one who chose this location. I don't like this one bit. We have to run around doing all this extra work, all for the sake of his deal. Be quiet. He can't be helped. This place is too dangerous. I told you my sixth sense is very strong. All right, as you wish, my beauty. I feel it. I've sensed something here in this room. Oh, is somebody there? Can you hear me? Is she talking to me? I can sense your presence, you know. The next time I sense you, this child will die. Remember that. Oof. All right, we're leaving. Pardon me, little lady. Just squishes her inside. She left her book behind. Oh yes, I was in the book. All of a sudden, I'm left behind alone in the room that stole that little lady's smile 5 years ago. The little lady is gone now, leaving me with only a few new facts. Very heavy, very sad facts. Does Lynn know about this? I can't speak at all. One other thing stands out of my mind. I can sense your presence. The sum of that kidnapper's final word. Do those two know? Do the kidnappers know about the powers of the dead? New chapter, cleared, chapter 11. And we are going to move on. That's a cute picture. Yes, we will continue playing. I felt like that chapter was very short compared to the other chapters, I will admit. Oh, don't even tell me about the jail chapter. Oh. Looked like the kidnappers made a big mistake. The girl in the trunk was Detective Job's daughter, Camilla, not the minister's daughter. Oh, they're still alive, thankfully. Not dead this time. When I got back to the Justice Minister's office, things were getting even more to hand. This devastated man was being grilled by the fiery detective lady. So that's why he's so worried then, because he thinks it's his daughter that's been kidnapped. I told Lynn what I found about the kidnappings, and that it wasn't the Justice Minister's daughter had been abducted. The kidnappers had been holed up in Camilla's old house, and that they sensed my presence and we were already gone. But Camilla? Why do they have Camilla? Her father isn't the stupid old Justice Minister. I think the stupid old part is a little uncalled for. Looks like the kidnappers made a mistake somehow. The poor girl, kidnapped for ransom for her father's execution. It's just too much. It's a cruel twist of fate, I agree. And then there are those other twists too, like the kidnappers winding up and using Camilla's old house as their hideout. There's no way it could be just a coincidence. And then them sensing my presence. They seem to know about the powers of the dead. I don't understand any of it. Well, that's why we're playing this, to find out what happened. I told you before, Detective. I want you to stand back. I'm cursed, I tell you. Who cares about distance at a time like this? Social distancing doesn't exist yet. Look, Mr. Minister. It wasn't your daughter that was kidnapped. Don't try to pretend you didn't hear what we were saying. Ah, you again. How can I believe in you? I'm a realist. I'm going crazy. Please. If you don't believe what we say for yourself, just come home and... I've tried calling 100 times. My wife won't answer. She won't? It's complicated. Why does life have to be such a complicated thing? But if she doesn't answer, doesn't that mean everything's normal? It doesn't prove it. That doesn't make it like that's normal. It doesn't make any sense. I'm being watched, and I can't have the police go check out for me. Besides, if the execution isn't carried out tonight, the hostage will be killed. What difference does it make if it's not my daughter? Woo-wee! That's cool. This guy is quite a pickle, Mr. Minister. Quite a pickle. Miss me, baby. Inspector Cabanella. Do 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 do. Bow 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 bow. I have a little report for you, Mr. Minister. My lady. The escaped prisoner has been apprehended. Thought you might like to see him, so here it is. You can come in now. Look at these guards, look at their hats. They're the same hat as their spears, and they're not even that pointed. Detective Judd, I'm sorry, I tried. Ugh. I know that you're innocent. I just can't prove it. I'm so sorry. Lynn, please don't apologize to me. Ah, the beautiful love between a teacher and a student brings a tear to my eye. know, I'm here. Oh, I should have said what I was going to say. You know, didn't you, Inspector Campanella, that the execution was tonight? I don't believe I had any obligation to tell you. And you're fine with this? I mean, you know as well as I do. Detective Jab would never have done such a thing. Ha 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 ha! Oh, come on now, baby. I know no such thing. Huh? I know 2 things to be true, and 2 things only. 1, he was given the death penalty, and 2, he tried to escape. What else could I do but haul him in, baby? If that's the case, then why did you bring him here? Whatever do you mean, young lady? He escaped from prison, right? So why don't you just take him back to prison? I mean, I think you only brought him here to brag about your accomplishment. Isn't that right, Inspector? Ooh. For your own selfish reasons? So were all those rumors about you true? That the only thing you care about is a spotless record? And that I pronounce that like the Super Mario Party thing. New record! Is that more important to you than saving a friend? That's gonna be stuck in my head all day now. Everybody has certain principles they can't go back on, including me. You'll understand that for yourself one day, baby. That's enough, Lynn. But Detective Jowd! I'm a death row inmate who escaped from prison. That's how it should be. But... let's talk to this guy. My poor Amelie, is she alright? Actually, the girl who was kidnapped was actually Camellia. Why is a dream talking to me in my head? Wait a minute, Amelie? Could that be the Amelie next door? Yes, I think so. Whoa, I didn't know the Justice Minister lived next door. No, not me. My wife. It's complicated. Yeah, it would be pretty hard to admit she left him. The minister's wife ran away on him? And she was so happy about it, really enough. Maybe they grew apart. What, with him being so busy? Yeah, but you're right. Please stop gossiping about me in my own head. According to what I heard, Amelie was supposed to go to some sort of lesson tonight. Those horrible kidnappers, they were lying in wait for her. But Amelie didn't go out after all. She couldn't. She had a fever. Oh, so the kidnappers grabbed Camellia by mistake instead? Apparently, Amelie and Camellia are about the same age. Really? She looks younger. Amelie looks younger at least. She's like smaller. Well, you don't really see her stand up. She's just in bed. The kidnappers must have gotten the 2 of them mixed up. It's my fault. If I hadn't asked Camellia to do the errands for me, this never really would have happened, errand. Alright, you asked her to bring the music box. Camellia. We have these spears that you can travel across the room. So, Mr. Ghost, we meet again. I hear something happened, something about the kidnapping. Some kidnappers are saying they abducted the Justice Minister's daughter. That's terrible. What are their demands? They're carrying out your execution tonight. Ha 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 ha. I had no idea I was so hated. But the minister doesn't have to worry. I die and it's all over. Very simple. It's not that simple. Why not? Because it isn't really the minister's daughter who got kidnapped. It was Camellia. Whoa! What? Camellia? I checked it out for myself. I'm 100% positive. No, it can't be! And by the way, Camellia told me something interesting. She said that the one who killed her mother 5 years ago was Camellia herself. What? What are you talking about? Don't listen to him! Oh, she doesn't know. I'm the one who shot her. I'm the one who shot Alma. And when I'm executed tonight, that will be the end of it. End of. Camellia won't have to suffer anymore after tonight. For a capable detective, you say the most incredibly misguided things. You dying isn't going to end that girl's suffering. It's just going to bring on new suffering. The only person's pain is this execution that's going to ease. It's yours. Is that true, what Camellia said? Why don't you tell us what you know? To be honest, I still don't understand what happened that day. And my wife's It was my wife's, Alma's birthday. We came home from work when she went in first. Mom! What was that noise? I looked for the shooter, but there was nobody to be found. And there was nobody there besides Alma and Camellia, just the two of them. So the little lady's mother died right in front of her. Oh my, that's so horrible. Camellia told me about it. She was crying. She said the contraption she made did something it wasn't supposed to. It made an impossible move. Impossible move? It's been 5 years since then. I stopped thinking about it. I shot Alma. There's no other explanation. That's what I've convinced everybody of, even me. But tonight you showed up and gave me an explanation I never would have thought before. The powers of the dead, right? That day, in that room, powers I didn't understand were at work. And if that's the case, it clears up all the mysteries. So somebody else obviously had the powers and that wanted the killer, I suppose. Maybe not all. There are a couple of other people know about these powers. Oh, okay. So she's a suspect then? Is somebody there? Can you hear me? I can send you a present, you know. The kidnappers who abducted Camellia knew about these powers. This is no ordinary kidnapping. It looks like my wife's case isn't coming to an end after all. I'm the only one who thought it was. Detective Jowd, there's still time before dawn, a little anyway. How about it? You see this case through the end before you die. Camellia was a quiet little girl, but she was good with her friends. She was a little genius at making elaborate toys and contraptions, but there were two very strange points about that contraption. The first was, of course, the firing of the gun. Right, it was a unique antique gun I'd have displayed for years. So it wasn't part of the little lady's original design. Of course it wasn't. It was supposed to be a surprise for her mother's birthday. And the other strange point was the movement of the Cupid. Cupid? Didn't it like turn? It turned to the other side and nothing really made it turn. It was supposed to shoot the arrow without turning around. Somebody made it change the contraption's design and manipulated it. Oh, very, very ominous word right there. I don't know what to say. I don't have time to think things through then. All I knew was that I had to protect Camellia. I made a small adjustment to the scene. Oh, and turned myself in. The adjustment? What kind of adjustment? The gun, of course. The gun, oh, come to think of it, it wasn't there anymore. There was no gun there, just a picture hanging on the wall. Of course not, because I secretly switched the gun out of the frame with the picture. I didn't believe what she told me about her contraption, but one thing was for certain. The gun was still smoking. So that gun really did shoot Alma. I hid the gun before I went to the police. You hid it? Put it in a wooden box and gave it to a certain detective. What? You mean? And that detective still thinks it's a music box. So that's what was in the box, huh? I got a different murder weapon ready to give to the police, my own pistol, and did a few other things that made it look good. I won't go into details. But when I was done, I turned myself in. Oof. This is so dark. Detective Jowd, is that what you told us just now true? Yes, of course. In that case, there's still time. Still time? Time to solve the case that started 5 years ago. You didn't do it, Detective Jowd, and of course, little Camellia didn't do it either. So the true perpetrator is still out there, and I'm going to prove it! For Camelia's sake! It sounds wonderful. I love this theme. Thank you, Detective Jowd. Lynn, where is the music box now? It's in Thameslink Park. Camille left it there. The gun is important evidence. You better go pick it up. Yes, oh, those drums. Yes, sir, I'll go right now. I really like her front view. It's cute. Cecil, take care of Detective Jowd. And do something about the kidnapping so we can get the Justice Minister on our side. And yet again, I say, easy enough for you to say. What's going on? Tell me about the deal, Mr. Deafin Rowan, mate. A little change of plans. My daughter has been kidnapped. I can't just go off and die without doing something. But you're in custody, don't you forget. Back in the prison, everybody's waiting for you with a special seat just for you, baby. Then I guess we better prove my innocence on the double. On the double, is it? You sound so determined, my old friend. I wanted to save Camellia, in more ways than one. But that's all there is to it. I see, my old friend, in one ways than one. I read that wrong. What say you, Mr. Minister? May we have your decision? Should the execution be carried out tonight as planned, or should we hold off and wait for this important evidence to come in? Come on, hold off. The order still stands. Bring the prisoner back immediately and resume its enforcement. As you wish, Your Excellency. Please, don't bow down to me, and especially not that low, it gives me anxiety. In that case, can I have one of your boys arrange a prison van to pick him up? Would you be so kind? Yes, sir! And just give them really weenie voices. Whoa, it's a fancy looking thing. Oh, it's a chair. It's one of those pocket fold chairs. The van should take about 10 minutes, I'm guessing. Your escape tonight was brilliant. Will you show me another miracle these last few minutes of yours, Mr. Deafin roommate? I'm glad to see Detective Jowd all fired up now, but I feel like I'm under the gun here, especially if Lynn does come through with the proof of Jowd's innocence. It would be meaningless if Jowd or Camellia dies. I've got to do something about the kidnapping somehow. Maybe I should ask for some evidence from the capable detective here? Most likely the minister won't stop the execution, not as long as there's any small chance his daughter is the one who kidnapped. But she isn't the one, I'm sure of it. Well, it'd be great if we could prove that to the minister. Prove it? How? I doubt his wife is ever going to call that phone if we call him from here. If we call from here, right? But the telephone works in both directions. So, I'm going to say that the only thing we're going to have to do here is actually try and get the daughter to phone up him and say, oh, look, I'm okay, I'm alright. And then he'll ease down a bit and then he'll just cancel the execution. What are you saying? What I'm saying is only family members can solve a family problem. Hey, Mr. Ghost. Yes, I have to admit I don't like depending on others, but you're the only one who can change the situation. Gee, detective. For these past 5 years, Camellia is the only thing that kept me going. I can't go meeky to the chair now. I hate to ask this, but would you mind saving me? I'll try. The key to getting the Justice Minister to stop the execution is his wife and daughter, but is there a way? I literally just said, like, we can literally go to their house. Oh, get out of there. So, we go here, trick, and then we find the ladies lead in red department, I guess. And because I feel like the only way we can get this to work is to get the daughter to ring her dad, because doesn't she like want to see her dad? Just as I thought. Yep, she's there. This little girl is safe in her bed. She's still sick. Yeah, she definitely does look younger than Camellia, to be honest. Murder, execution, jailbreak, betrayal, and now kidnapping. This last link to the long chain of a sad a sad fate lit a fire in Jowd's heart. And the chance to turn it all around is right here in this room. I'm getting a strange premonition. Everything that happened so far tonight has related back to me in some way, and I bet this mistaken-ridden abduction does too. Again, I feel like that was a really short chapter. Yes, we'll continue on.